All right, then it's just you and me today so far. So let's figure out what the heck we're doing today. So fill me in. How's everything going with the business? Talk to me
Okay.
like specifically. What do you got going on?
It's going. I've really been focusing on senior communities. So I've been trying to do one tour a week and then post a video of that tour on social media.
Okay.
And then, I kind of have a whole follow-up system for that. So right now I do have three assisted livings that I feel I have a really good start of a good relationship with. So I definitely want to nurture that.
Hmm.
And like one of the tours I went, I didn't really jive or click with the person. And so I'm like, I'll follow up with them, but I feel like I want to focus on those that there's a little bit more of a connection with.
So what would you say would be the
What was that look?
I took some notes on what you're telling me. I just want to ask you a couple questions. I don't know if it's your internet or mine, but we're very choppy. So
Yeah.
how much time, I don't know if you track this. So how much time and energy and gas have you put into three assisted living communities? If you, I don't know if you had that tracking going on when you were doing all this. Do you have any
I
idea?
not really.
Okay.
No. And a lot of times I try to well, I mean the tour have availability, but if area anyway, I usually trip to do any sort of follow up. But I'm starting with those that are closest to my home.
Okay.
So the three that I have the relationship with, uh,
So I guess, and again, we're real choppy, and I
so
don't know if
but
it's
I
your internet or mine, so I'm
back by
barely getting every third word.
oh, I wonder. I'm gonna turn off my video to see if maybe you can hear me happy. Is
I hear
that
you a little bit
better at
better.
all or no?
Yes, a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. So, Sin, the
Huh.
reason I was asking those questions,
Um, okay.
the reason I was asking the questions about the time vested is primarily because, and again,
Mhm.
this is just my interpretation. So I don't manage time. I don't time block. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. This is just my take on it. If we end up saying, okay, I'm going to manage time or time block, then you're putting your energy into the time, not necessarily the activity within the time. At least from my perspective, this is what I've gleaned from a lot of people. So the idea for me, I look at this and say, I want to manage talent. I want to be a talent manager because I get paid for talent, not time. So I don't want to put my energy
Mhm.
into the idea or the concept of time. However, when we're looking at what you're doing in comparison to what you could have been doing, is there any type of return? And again, this is for you to decide, not me. I don't know what it is that you're saying. Okay, I'm going to buy, for the sake of this example, $1,000 of Apple stock. And the expectation is that I'm going to buy this every week or every month of me. And the expectation of my investment, the company, is that I'm going to get a return on that investment of time, more so of money. If I do not get a return on my investments, then I either sell the stock or I do what? What do I do? Continue to dump more money and time into a failing stock, into a failing concept, into a failing company. And I'm not saying that you are, I'm saying the concept. How are you measuring your talents with regard to the investment into those communities? Corey and Felicia have everything down, textbook. Here's how you do it. Here's what you do. Okay. But the question I have always, jokingly from my perspective is I'm going to get married on the first date. They're going to fall in love with me so much on the first date that they're going to want to work with me. I'm going to compel them through the influential information that I share with them why it's such a good reason to work with me. So when you say you've been working on these three assisted living communities, all I'm asking, and you owe me nothing, darling. You owe me absolutely nothing. I'm just here to help. As an example, and I say this all the time too, is your professional life worth bragging about? So think about that. You're very good at what you do. You know real estate inside and out. You've been doing this for a while. I'm not necessarily going to teach you anything about the contracts or any of all that regular stuff. But the thought process is it is now the 23rd of February. So think about 23 days in the month of February have gone by. How many people have bragged about you and brought you opportunities in 23 days? Is it one a day, 23 opportunities? Is it one every other day? Was it 11 opportunities? Is it one a week and there's 3 opportunities? Like, if you really think about this, the measurement for me is if there's 365 days in the year, how many days, how many times did somebody brag about my business and send somebody to me? That's an indicator that my business is worth bragging about from my perspective. You are very good at what you do. The challenge or the question that I have for you is, as you take inventory, how many of those communities or people that you're communicating with within the communities have bragged about you and brought you a client or an opportunity in 23 days, 22 days in February? Think about that for a second. Any thoughts?
Um, questions at this point, any, but for communities, I have gotten one referral since November.
Daggone, it's so daggone choppy. All I heard was November, and there was some glittering, but like I couldn't make it out. I'm sorry, Sin. I don't know if it's me or you. Maybe if
Oh,
you close out and try and come back on again. I don't know. Maybe it'll be different. I have no idea, but I can't make
okay.
out what you're saying. I apologize. Angela, are you there? Good morning. Angela Riniker. Come on down. That's a Price is Right thing. Maybe it's my internet. Jess, can you hear me? Am I coming through okay?
It was choppy for like a half a second, but then you've been fine. I've been able to understand you so far.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I think it was probably Cindy's. I asked she's going to go off and try and get back on again.
Jumping
Angela,
back
I don't know if
on.
you're here. If you are, jump on. Let's interact for a little bit. We got an intimate group today, so you're getting all of the attention. I don't know if that's good. Then you're back. Let me hear if you could. I can hear you. Can you hear me, Cindy?
Okay, let's try again. I'm
Okay.
okay.
Could you hear that last stuff of the month? Did that come through? Okay.
I did. I did. And I was saying, and I feel like that's valid. You're asking really good questions. In the past 23 days, I have not gotten any, but from these 3 communities, I've gotten one referral from each of them.
Okay. And what kind of
Not in the last 23 days, but in the past, I have gotten.
Okay.
From
Yeah.
November,
Okay.
yeah, so in 3 months,
Okay.
you know,
So keep this in mind.
in 3 months.
This is not a comparison. This is to help you just see a different perspective for what it's worth, right? Take it for what it's worth. It is meant to encourage. This was not always this way for me. I had to build up to this, trying to figure out what information can I deliver influentially that will compel people to want to do something with me. So my point to you is this, and I'll let you say it. 8:27 a.m. while I'm at the
Okay.
gym.
Yeah. Wow.
So this financial advisor is at a conference and now sending me a client to do a cash out refinance.
Nice.
This guy, again, this morning, you can see what
Oh,
time it is.
up a little bit more. Up a little bit more. Bring it. Nope. There you go. Nice.
So it's not about bragging. I'm trying to share something with you. It's
Mhm.
Monday, the 23rd of February. And before I got to my office, I already got 2 incoming clients.
Nice.
So I look back on that and say, What have I done? What type of investment have I made into that financial advisor that
Hmm.
he would return that favor, the reciprocity, bragging about me while he's on a conference for the next 4 days, still sending opportunities to me.
Right.
And then this other agent who I've only met one time, very nice guy. We only met one time. When I say met, it was over Zoom. He shows up to a Zoom. I do my thing. He's excited. We do a follow-up call. He's like, wow, this is great stuff, etc., and sends me a client. I just met him Thursday. So the point that I'm attempting to make here is think about this. And sometimes this is what we are programmed to believe, that it's going to take time to establish those relationships. This is just my take on it.
Hmm.
I don't want to hear from you. If you know what I mean, Cindy, if you, the coach, is telling me it's going to take time, interpret time for me. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever. Okay. I hear what you're saying. Information was good. Let me try and find somebody that says their version or their interpretation of time is shorter. I don't have 6 months. I don't have 9 months.
Yeah.
I don't have 3 months. I got 30 days. It doesn't mean they're going to close in 30 days, but can you book the business within 30 days? Can you validate the fact that what you're doing is so compelling that somebody wants to do something with you? Why can't that happen in one call? Why? You're good enough.
Right. Well, yeah,
I
with
believe
those
you're good
senior
enough.
community, I appreciate that. And I do too. With the senior communities, the conversations that I've had with them, like one of them didn't have any move-ins for 3 months.
That's okay. That's
So,
okay. Think about the person you're
the
speaking
big,
to. I
yeah,
just showed you the financial advisor. It's not one of his
yep,
clients.
exactly.
Somebody else
Hmm.
that he said, oh, no, you need to use Paul. He brought another financial advisor to me who has a cash out refinance opportunity. It's not even his client. My point is that senior community theoretically doesn't have a client for you, but the person you're communicating with might.
Hmm.
Here are the three
Right.
things I always look for. I look for equity.
Yep.
I look for a client, or I look for a professional introduction that has my client. One of those three things is going to happen on this meeting.
Hmm.
I'll say it again because I know we're very choppy.
Hmm.
I'm looking for equity. I'm looking for a client, or I'm looking for an introduction to a professional that has my client.
Hmm.
Those are the only options. If I don't get one of those boxes checked, I don't need to come back here. Again, I'm just setting the bar up here. If we set the bar here and say it's going to take time, then we're okay with it not happening today because it's going to take time. You see, we backed into what we believe and what we've been told. So I just say, no, it's supposed to happen now. And this is the way it's supposed to happen. And if it doesn't happen that way, it doesn't mean you're a bad person or I'm a bad person. I'm just not going to continue to put money into an investment that's not going to give me a return. But if I believe and there is a return, keep dumping money into that. I don't have an objection to that. I just believe that we, us, should have a bar of expectation that you're going into the meeting with expecting those three things. Because when I make an investment in a stock, I expect it to go up. Well, it's the same thing you're doing in the senior communities. I'm investing in my time, my talent. I'm coming here with whatever you're going there with. This is what I require. There's got to be a reciprocal, collaborative opportunity, and you have to create that economy. But I truly believe that you're also creating the economy by creating the expectation, which you have to meet. It's not they have to meet it. Right. You have to be so compelling that they're going to match you. But if you're not so compelling and time is the answer, then they're going to match the time, which is undetermined. Because this guy says 6 months, this one says 9. You got to build it up a little bit. You got to go visit 4 times. I'm the guy that says, nope. I can name that tune in one note. You've heard me say that time. I can name that tune in one note. And if it doesn't happen in one note, maybe it happens in 2 or 3, but not 12. Not 12. I'm good enough.
Right.
That is not going to be my path. You're good enough the same. So I'm showing you these things not to brag by any means. Mm-hmm. Because when I first started out, that wasn't happening. Right. I had to figure out what message can I deliver that is so compelling that they
Hmm.
want to do something with me. It's so influential. That's the thought process. So now we got it to that point where I can say to you that in 22 days that have gone by in February, I've gotten equally the amount of people bragging about me in 22.
Wow.
Think about that, right? Well,
Right.
I have to talk to 40 people a month to get 15 to close. That's a very different model than yours.
Hmm.
So as a mortgage guy, that's how many people that need to be spoken to get to that number. It's just not necessarily a numbers game. It's just looking at what the numbers are, because there are some
Right.
people, like you said, they get approved today, but they're not buying for 6 months.
Right.
That's okay. I'm booking that today. That goes in the column of follow up, and I'm going to
Right.
continue to pursue the one that's going to happen today. So if you just keep looking at it that way, then that's exactly what will happen. I'm just sharing my perspective. I just don't buy into that crap that it takes time.
Yeah.
There's Angela. Good morning. You're on mute, darling.
Okay. Am I on mute now?
No, we hear you loud and clear. Good
Okay,
morning.
great. Good morning.
So, were you on listening to us at all?
I was in the other room actually taking
Okay.
care of something.
Okay. So I kept saying, Angela, come on. Angela, come on. I figure you weren't here
Oh,
yet. That's okay. And I don't remember speaking with you before. So give me an idea. What brought you to this call?
Corey Boldroff. I used to be on the senior calls a long time ago, and then I just kind of got away from it. So I just reconnected with him,
Okay.
and he told me about these calls. So I thought I would jump on.
Wonderful. What is your expectation of hearing me, since you don't know who I am?
I don't know. This is my first call, so I wasn't sure what to expect.
Okay, so we've got about 10 minutes to go. I'll give you a quick summary. Cindy's been with us for a while, so her and I were talking intimately about her business. But let me just share with you very quickly. So you got Corey Boldruff, you got Felicia Saraceno, and me, three partners in this productive aging collective. Felicia and Corey are specialists in the senior space. Felicia worked in the senior space for 15 years. She was in corporate, and she knows everything about everything in the senior communities.
Yep.
So she's got the cliff notes, the cheat sheets. Who do you go? What do I say? She's got that. I'm a perspective coach. So what I share is a different view, an altered perspective on life, on business, on finances, on real estate, etc. So I'm not the guy that's going to say, let me help you read or understand how to be better as a real estate agent. I'm essentially teaching acting classes, if you will. These are performance classes. So to me, there's no such thing as a niche. I don't buy into that. Again, this is my perspective. When somebody says specialize or focus on your niche, seniors, first-time home buyers, investors, whatever the case is, I don't subscribe to that, because I believe you are the niche. I believe the investment should be into you, and then you can plug that into anything, like a professional or actor or actress who works on their craft. They can play many different roles. So what I'm saying to you is, this is just my perspective. I don't look at any one niche. I believe you are that niche. So the example would be, I'll ask you a couple of quick questions in reflection now. In the last, let's say, 12 months or even 2025, how many have you closed real estate transactions as a whole?
17.
Is that a good year or a bad year?
That was my best year so far.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks.
Wow. What do you attribute that to?
Um, well, a good chunk of my business has come from lender leads.
Okay.
And so I'd say probably half of my business was lender leads, the other half was referrals.
Okay. So you said you were in the senior space. Are those referrals, those clients coming from other seniors? Is that what that is?
No, I have not really focused on the senior space
Oh,
to this point. I tried kind of within networking groups marketing myself as focusing on seniors,
okay.
but it never really went anywhere. So I just kind of fell back from it.
Okay. May I
And
share? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, and I was just gonna say I always felt like I wasn't sure if I was kind of pigeonholing myself by saying this is what I focus on, because I'll take anybody. You know what I mean?
Angie, I love that. That's hysterical. Let me share this with you. Do I have your permission to at least give you my interpretation?
Absolutely.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
You have no issues with focus. I believe you're using that word incorrectly. You can see fine. You see me. But we're using the word focus, and that's a distraction in our brain. You have no issues with focus. I believe we could use the word energy. In other words, you feed off somebody's energy, you're going to put your energy into something. But when we say focus in, it's almost a little distraction because we see fine. So why are we using the word focus? I'm going to harness my energy and put it here or here or here. I believe the energy should be put into you. It's just my interpretation. These little nuances in the words that we're using do alter the path that we travel. Okay, I don't think the words are powerful. I think the magician using the wand is the one that holds the power, right? And I jokingly say this all the time. I teach linguistic execution, words and death, linguistic execution. You're either killing it because of the words you're using, or you're getting killed because of the words you're using. Same thing. And then I jokingly always hold this up and say, this is a scalpel. In my hands is a deadly instrument. In the hands of a brain surgeon, it saves lives. It's the same scalpel. So it's more about the craftsman using the tools. And it could be we're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Like you see what I'm saying? It could be nuances like that. So I share that with you just because you were saying, focus and tried. And those are words I just say, hey, be careful with how we're tweaking our brain when we use that. It would be your energy. 17, fabulous year, best year ever. Half came from lenders, half came from referrals. Wonderful. The take or the thought process is this. I would profess you're already in the senior space. Here's why and here's how. Of the 17 closings, do you happen to know how many of them have or don't have a will?
No, and that's a very, very good point.
Okay, so let's do the math. You can do it with me. So I'm going to do 17 closings times 67%, 11. Here's what this means. 67% of the population does not have a will until they turn age 72. Then it drops down to 19%. That's a pretty interesting number. I don't have enough time to go into great depth, but for the sake of this example, here's what Paul Conti does. When I'm helping a client, I ask, are you going to update your will after settlement? 67% of the time, they don't have one. So now what do I have? A client that needs the services of an estate planner, a probate attorney. That estate planner or probate attorney might very well be doing quarterly or monthly seminars in a senior community. I don't network, I don't market, I don't drop leads, ads, nothing. I use the client base that I already have, no money, client I already have, ask the appropriate question to protect the client, and then I bring it to an estate planner. I now have leverage. So let's just think about that for a second. You didn't mention to me that any of the 17 deals you closed came from probate attorneys. But this is what I'm teaching you right now in less than 5 minutes. You have the probate attorney's clients. The reason you're not getting clients from him is because you're not bringing clients to him. I just showed you how to do it.
Okay.
You already have the book. Now, it would require a little more massage in the communication, the linguistics. How do we approach it? You never ask for a referral. I know that's deadly in the real estate world. What? We're supposed to ask for referrals. Never. Why would you do that? Number one, you don't get paid for a referral. You get paid for a client. And the law of reciprocity says, if I've given you a client, I'm going to get a client. The challenge is, if you don't educate, empower, and hold that person accountable, you will not. That's the not working world. I changed the E to an O. That's going to meeting after meeting after meeting, networking, and the circus of chamber, rotary. I'm going to keep doing this. It's going to eventually work. Nope. That's insanity. You actually already have the book of business you need to actually get into that marketplace. You're already there. Think about this. Of the 17 clients you closed, how many of them have living parents? But this is where I can help you. If those 17, I'm making up a number, if those 17 people all have living parents, guess what? If they're married, there's a husband and wife, and there's a mother-in-law and a father-in-law and a mother. There's 4 seniors from one closing that may also have siblings that are also the same age. Darling, you're already in the senior space. Nobody taught you that.
Okay.
Tell me what you're interpreting as I'm sharing this with you.
Well, getting in front of probate attorneys, estate planners has been something that I've been thinking about doing and thinking about doing, and I just haven't done it. And calling my clients and saying, hey, do you have a trust set up for your kids? Now you're saying, do you have a will? These are all things that I've either haven't thought
See,
of
I'm
or
on a Zoom. I got 3 minutes left. I'll call you right back. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Angie.
That's okay. No, there's just a lot of opportunity out there.
It's crazy. So the thought process is, as the prospective coach, I'm not coming in here and saying, okay, let's attack the senior community. Let's do this. I don't do any of that. I said, let's work with what you already have. And I just revealed to you abundant opportunities with what you already have that doesn't require any money, any investment of time, nor getting in the car and having to go meet people. Those cups of coffee, waste of time. Don't get me wrong. Having a cup of coffee with another human being is wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. The thought process is I can actually create my own economy without having to leave my home. And I can do it because I just closed 17 transactions. Title companies, home inspectors, photographers, attorneys, they've all made money from me. And my clients actually have additional clients for me to get into the space that I theoretically think I want to get into. Homie, I'm already there. Oh my goodness, look at this. So the idea is that I teach this, I share, and I hold your hand. Thinking about it, the only thing holding you back from doing it is the very easy path I just laid out. So today it's almost like, well, I tell everybody, 1 phone call a day for 17 days. That's it. Hi, Ange. How's the house? How's your husband? How's the kids? Oh, by the way, I know we closed a month ago. I just want to check up on you. Did you get your will in order? No? Don't worry about it. I'll take care of that for you. Whew, that was easy. Don't do anything with it yet. You're collecting the data. I need to build up your mental confidence to validate the fact that what I'm teaching is accurate. That's a nationwide stat, not something I made up. So you and I would have constant engagement, talk about that, implement that, collect the data. Now we role play. How do we say this? How do we do this? That increases the likelihood that that probate attorney is going to go, I got a woman going on hospice in 2 weeks. Come over and look at the house. You can list it. Why aren't they doing that? Well, they're not doing that because you're not spending time with them. Why would they do it? You're going to show up and say, I'm a great realtor. I'm pretty. I'm tall. I'm fast. I'm accurate. I did 17 deals, all of which may be true. So I got this guy over here giving me 3 clients a month, and you're begging me for a deal. Stop. Doesn't work. It's an absolute waste of energy. I'm going to market. I'm going to drop flyers. I'm going to go knock on doors. What? That worked in 1986. So the thought process is, how do I get their intention, getting their business? You first have to get their attention. Being a perspective coach, I see things differently, and I help you achieve that. Ange, has this 11 minutes of me speed talking made enough sense that we should talk again?
Absolutely.
Let me get your phone number.
305-799-6833.
Okay, I'll give you a call today in between other coaching calls, and we can elaborate a little further, okay?
Okay.
Great talking to you. Great meeting you. Sam,
Yeah,
have a
thank
great day.
you.
God bless you too. Bye, ladies.